Rohan Gupta, we've also had the arrest. We've had the arrest now of Probir Purkayast and another member of the board of NewsClick. The organization's offices have been sealed. According to Shehzad Poonawalla, who is the Congress to come up and say this is a freedom of press issue? The Congress has put out a list of journalists who they have decided to boycott in Congress-ruled states, whether it's in Chhattisgarh, for example, when journalists have made critical comments about the government, they've been acted against, FIRs have been filed. This sense of intolerance of any dissenting voice is not just limited to the Modi government at the center. Your response?
See, Rajdeep, when you were asking questions to BJP spokesperson, he was all over the place. And the gist of the total discussion is national sovereignty is BJP. Anything against BJP is against national sovereignty. This is the definition of BJP. Why? This is not Sahyog, this is Prayog of BJP, that out of 5,422 cases which are registered in PMLA, not even a single case against BJP leader. Why it is against opposition leaders? Why it is against the media which is speaking against BJP? Why it is always against the dissenting voice against this government? And see, there is no tolerance, Rajdeep, as far as BJP is concerned. If the press speaks about the reality of the country, about the failure of BJP, is it against national sovereignty? Is it Deshdroh? It is the Rashtradroh. What is
no,
this?
but when you decide to put out boycott lists officially of journalists, or when your government in Chhattisgarh is also accused of targeting journalists, putting cases against them, how are you different to the BJP? My worry is this intolerance is growing across parties in this country.
See, if you see the people whom we have boycotted, see their agenda. We have the evidence in front of you. You take 500 debates of those people. Where are the issues of people discussed? They come with the specific agenda. So we don't want to be part of it. That's it. We have our right to ensure that we don't become part of agenda which is not helping country. We are in opposition party. We have right to ask questions against BJP government on the failure issues.
Okay, so that's the boycott list. What about the journalists who've been prosecuted in Chhattisgarh because they've done critical? You have journalists in Chhattisgarh because they've done critical stories against your government there. They've been acted against.
No, absolutely not, Rajdeep. Whenever Congress party does
or
something,
indeed the Shiv Sena government, the Shiv Sena Congress government picked up Arnab Goswami. I may disagree with Mr. Goswami's journalism, but that doesn't mean that you pick him up early in the morning.
No, absolutely not. It is not because of his journalism. There are the evidences what he has done. You see what level he has gone in terms of reporting. Whatever the cases he was reporting, we know the reality after 1 year. What is the fact of the matter? See, Rajdeep, we cannot allow people just to run their agenda. Whatever is right is right. If there is mistake by Congress party, you can question. We have never questioned journalists just because of questioning Congress government. I am giving you example of the people whom we have boycotted. I will show you at least 100 debates of those people. You tell me one debate where they have raised issues against this government. You show me one debate where they
have arrested journalists. You have arrested journalists when your government was in Maharashtra, when your government was... Look, you have also... I am not going to engage in whataboutery. My worry is who takes the moral high ground. Let me come to Fawad Halim for a moment, the CPM leader, because Fawad Halim, the left is at the center of it. It is said that NewsClick is close to the Communist Party of China through Neville Roy Singham, that there are leaders of the left who are also close to some of these forces. There was one of the raids took place at an employee who was an associate of Sitaram Yechuri, or who was the father of a Sitaram Yechuri's associate. So there's a left connection. How do you respond to the fact that according to the BJP or according to the Delhi police sources, this is a Chinese funded outlet and therefore we've cracked down on it?
Well, one has to be very clear that NewsClick has been at the receiving end of the present government. In 2021, we've seen a number of agencies go against NewsClick and they ended up with nothing in their hands. So this entire process, one has to understand, is a sort of what you call war that the Modi government would like to declare on all the voices that are going to be very, very critical of the Modi government pre-2024. You see, the pitch is wet for Narendra Modi for 2024 and he's scared. Now, what is this entire what you call exercise resulted in? If you notice, the police 500 personnel that are fanned out all over the places enter the journalist's house. They have confiscated mobile phones and laptops. Now, these mobile phones and laptops, which are vital source of information as to how journalists, build up their contacts and gather information. That is going to remain in the state custody and Narendra Modi's custody for a long period of time, and that information is vital. Now, coming as to on the part of the allegation, one has to keep in mind that the court has very categorically on the 21st of July, if I remember correctly, 21st of June, gave protection to NewsClick. The issue was raised again on the 12th of August, at which the ED had requested that they would like to proceed with the investigation. The court had listed the matter. The matter is listed for hearing, and that hearing should go through its due process of the court of law. Why are the state agencies actually trying to preempt the judicial process in this context?
So, but that's exactly
my
so
simple
that's exactly what's happened. We've had these arrests now. We've had these arrests. Yes, go ahead.
Yeah. So these arrests are going to create an atmosphere where people who are going to be raising their voices are going to be intimidated, and that's the very intention of this government. As far as the substance of the matter is concerned, I don't think so. The substance of the matter is going
Mr. Hakim, just a minute. Mr. Hakim, the Delhi police says, for example, just a minute. The Delhi police says a payment this is not as yet as official statement, but our sources have told us a payment of rupees 50 lakhs was made to a shareholder in NewsClick who is also a member of IT cell of CPM, manages Twitter handles of various leaders of the party. Now, I presume that your party has no problem with being associated with NewsClick, am I right? Just as, let's say, tomorrow the organizer is seen as a mouthpiece of the BJP RSS. Do you have a problem if tomorrow you are seen as if NewsClick is seen as a mouthpiece of the Communist Party, and is that a crime? I don't think it's a crime, but are you open to the idea of accepting that?
Well, one has to be very clear. The Communist Party and its members are always the target of the state and the state agencies and the party that rules and takes over in charge of the state. So that is historical legacy. You go back to Germany, you see the first thing that Hitler did was burn the books that the communists had. So, that continues. Whatever communists and the lefts have to stay, using the prevailing media that is existing, the state and the ruling party has an issue with it, and they will definitely go against the communists, and that's part of our historical tradition. It is nothing new that Narendra Modi and his supporters are throwing at us. The question over here is, are they following the law of the land? That is the question.